Hello, welcome to the PhoneWord Workshop's Global Directory session on Thursday, September the 3rd, 2020. It's 9 a.m. Arizona time, noon Eastern time, and these sessions are held on every Thursday at this particular time, 9 a.m. Pacific and noon Eastern, and we keep it to about 30 minutes or less. And we're talking about various dimensions of the PhoneWord Workshop's Global Directory and why it is something that could be very beneficial to you for peer-to-peer connectivity using a decentralized web and alternative networks that are not monitored, that are not tracked, where you control the data. And there's opportunities for you to be involved in creating your own customized addresses that you can develop yourself, you can create, sell to others, and basically have an opportunity to participate in the decentralized web 3.0. So let's go ahead and get started. And I will screen share and show you some details of the global directory itself and how it works. So bear with me just a moment. So you can find the global directory on GitHub, or at least the hashes, the interplanetary file system hashes, to sort through the global directory on GitHub under phonewordworkshops.com/HackFS. So this is just an overview of the directory itself, and we're going to go into looking what's behind these particular content ID addresses or hashes and show you what's involved in the details and the benefits of this creating listings in this global directory. So if you're not familiar with IPFS, then these might look a little strange, like this particular hash or content ID, but these are what I consider to be some of the fundamental key pieces of creating Web 3.0. And we'll be going into how you can use IPFS, how you can utilize devices that are already set up with IPFS, and which opens up a new peer-to-peer connectivity platform for you to enjoy and create, communicate, and control your own data. So let's switch over to, this is a detailed list of the global directory itself. And I'm going to open up this particular file, which is C right here, which is the final version of the global directory that was created on August the 2nd, 2020. And this is just the start, this is just the prototype of the global directory. But let's take a look and see what sort of information is in here. So we'll open this up and take a look. So this is an overall summary of a process that goes into creating the global directory. And as we scroll through here, you'll see there's a summary of some of the addresses, some of the lookup numbers and associated phone words that are created from those lookup numbers. And right now we have dial 1111 PhoneWord Workshops, dial 1-800-PhoneWord, and dial 1-833 Hollywood. Now the dial prefix is just simply a file naming convention, But what you're really interested in is the part that starts with the 1, which is aligned with the country code 1, which is in North America. But what this directory does is it combines this human-friendly 1833 Hollywood, which is also machine-friendly, by the way, in and of itself. It pairs that with this machine-friendly peer ID that is generated from running a peer on the interplanetary file system. Now, you don't necessarily need to involve the interplanetary file system to utilize the PhoneWord Workshops global directory. You can actually publish a public key, which you can generate through the GPG process or the PGP or other processes. Doesn't matter those particular algorithms, but this is designed to match or pair a human-friendly address that is akin to a phone number, a conventional old-style phone number, but is not a phone number. It's actually a lookup number that is aligned with underlying, possibly underlying dialable E.164 telephone numbers. And some of the lookup numbers have no corresponding E.164 telephone number associated with them. And those are the ones that we're going to be starting with primarily at the outset, with the exception of a small basket of 1833 toll-free numbers that went through a public auction in December of 2019. But anyway, this is a matching of human-friendly addressing with machine-friendly addressing that opens up some rather exciting opportunities for you and for others. But as we scroll through this, you can see a bunch of information. And basically what we created is the first prototype, the format for creating these listings, for tracking the listings, for validating the listings, and also for creating a marketplace for these listings. And this is, as you can see here, this is a public key, cryptographic public key that is safe to reveal publicly and then can be tied to a number of decentralized services, constructs, capabilities, including video conferencing, including all sorts of various applications, including cryptocurrency wallets, exchanges, Internet of Things, a whole host of services that you control. And you control it because you control this particular public key. And we also note that within the directory, we're using a cryptographic algorithm called SHA-256 in order to maintain the integrity of this directory. So if you're interested in creating a listing for yourself, there are two ways that you can do that. Right now, if you are a Desert Blockchain citizen, and I'm going to go off of screen share. We're going to keep this short. This is just a preliminary introduction to the details of the directory, but I'm going to stop sharing. So if you're interested in creating a listing in the directory and starting to communicate with that listing on a peer-to-peer basis, then there are two categories or communities that can do that right now. Number one is Desert Blockchain citizens, and you can go to desertblockchain.com or Patreon and at Desert Blockchain and become a citizen, which is $10 a month. And from that, you are entitled to two listings. One you select, and that can be a listing that spells some sort of phrase that's complementary to your business or endeavors. And the other is a phrase or is a listing that is either drawn at random or is somewhat related to your underlying telephone number, but is not your telephone number. And that is, and that can be some or all of your telephone number, basically. So those are the two listings that you're entitled to. And you can immediately take that one listing that spells some sort of phrase that might be interesting to others, and you can immediately put that on the market. The other way that you can create these listings is to contact a PhoneWord Workshops Global Directory registrar, just as you would contact a registrar for helping you with creating your internet domain services. So Desert Blockchain is the first registrar that's associated with the PhoneWord Workshops Global Directory, and you can basically contact Desert Blockchain or become a member for free, and then become a citizen for $10 a month, and then you're entitled to create these two listings. So that's what we're going to wrap it up and leave it at today. Again, we're having these workshops every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time, and they are just short segments that start to touch upon some of the elements of the global directory and how you can start to create your activity and your ability to communicate and create services on the peer-to-peer Web 3.0 using the global directory. So my name is Jay Carpenter. I'm the founder of PhoneWord Workshops and a member of PhoneWord Workshops LLC, and I'm also the founder of Desert Blockchain LLC. So thank you for tuning in. Keep an eye on the meetup as we announce these sessions with other details, items of information for you that will help you to understand and utilize and understand the benefits for you, for your enterprise in using this ubiquitous global directory. Thank you.